All right, shalom, brothers and sisters in this truth. I'm your brother Muatwa. I'm coming to you with another lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying for those of you who are tuning in. And the title of this lesson today is Esau's passive aggressive threat to the hopefully elect of Israel. And the inspiration of this came from the Holy Spirit and also from a lesson that I was watching today from the brother Amaran from Mysteries of the Kingdom, the trilogy, and also from this headline that I saw today while browsing the internet, seeing what's going on here in this wicked queendom and around the world. And so we're going to take a look at this along with some with this article. And I'm going to show you this article. This article is actually online on MSN and also in Twitter. And you, when you see this, and some of you brothers might have already seen this already. Maybe you might have put it out before I even got to get this up there. Great. That's great. Yapo. But when you see this, this is exactly what the elders, teachers, and apostles and brothers have been talking about all the while. And this is very scriptural because this devil is now bringing it out. Okay. So this is the year of the turn up for real, 2022. Okay. And you're going to see why, and you can see how they come, how they're very passive aggressive about this threat. Okay. That we know is going to manifest into reality. And so we're going to take a look at how this is going to progress here in Babylon, okay, and what the end outcome of this is going to look like based on the scriptures that we know of, okay. But before I get started, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles from Great Millstone, and to you brothers out there that put on the truth fearlessly, faithfully, daily, feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Okay, and let's get right into it. Okay, so now, I'm going to start off with the book of Revelations 12 and 17. It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seeds, which keep the commandments of the power and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach." Now, let's take a look at this article because I want you to think, I want you to look. I'm going to go back and read that again. And let's take a look at this article. And take a look at this article. And here's what this article says right up here. It says, this is from the DC, the Daily Caller, okay? And it says majority of Democrats favor house arrest for the unjabbed. Nearly a third want them to lose custody of children, and this is in a poll, okay? Now it goes on. I'm going to read the first part here, and then I'm going to go into the Twitter version of it, and then we're going to go move on to some other information and also some other scriptures. And it says Democrats were more than twice as likely as other voters to favor harsh government restrictions being placed on unjabbed people's lives, ranging from fines and house arrest to imprisonment to government facilities and loss of child custody, in a recent poll conducted by Rasmussen Reports and the Heartland Institute. Now, this is already going on in Canada. Okay, this is actually already going on in Canada, and actually, in fact, it is actually going on in certain countries in Europe. And so now they're looking at this here in America really hard. But see, there's a problem because again, you have the devils and fighting against each other. You get the red wing, and you have the right wing and the left wing. You have the red demons and the blue demons. Okay, but they're all in cahoots. They're all the same Edomite. They're all the same wicked Edomite, but they're fighting because see now again when we talk about these Cro-Magnon men now that are in power right now, these are base, hairy, disease infested rapists that are now in power. Okay, they are going to clash each other for that power, and this is what we're seeing here. It's going to be this great division that is here in America right now. Now let's continue to read this. Okay, let's continue to read this, and it says 48% of Democrats voters said the government should be able to fine or imprison those who publicly question the C-19 mandate efficacy, while only 27% of voters supported the proposal, according to the poll results. Going on down here, it says fines against those who refuse to take the mandate were favored by 55% of Democratic voters and just 19% of Republicans, and 59% of Democrats favored a policy requiring unmandated people to stay inside their homes at all times except for emergencies. The poll found 79% of Republicans oppose a house arrest policy for unmandated people. Okay, and it goes on and says a government program using digital devices to track the movement of unmandated people and ensure that they are quarantined or socially distancing were opposed by 2/3 of likely voters, but 47% of respondents support the idea. And I'm going to bring this to this Twitter page here because this has some other details here that you need to go see. Okay, now why are they bringing this up? The reason why this is out there and this is in a passive aggressive way, like mumbling under their breath, is because they're letting you know what is coming. Now, the apostles, elders, and teachers and the brothers have been bringing it out okay, that they have these 10 FEMA camps, these locations all across the country. Right there in the back of me, you can see what FEMA, and there's a map that's associated with that name right in the back of me on this bulletin board. Okay, the 10 zones, because right now this is what they're preparing to do. Who are they making this war with? Let's take a look. Let's go back to Revelation 12 and 17. It says, and the dragon was wrought with the woman and went to make war with the remnants of her seed, which keepeth the commandment of the power and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Who are they making this war with? It's us. Okay? See, because see, we are the witnesses here. We are the house of Judah, the house of Israel, the two witnesses. You have 12,000 men from each one of the tribes. Okay? That's 144,000 men, okay? Men who've been raised up to go on the highways and the byways, okay? And now they're talking about the fact that they want to deal with people who question the efficacy of this mandate on social media. Now, how do we spread the gospel? Through social media. What do we talk about? We speak against LGBTQ, okay? The Color Coalition. We speak against Caesar Borgia, okay? Who they trying to call the Messiah, or we speak against all the deviant lifestyles here in this America, and all of the dietary plan that Yahushua created for us that is not being followed, that Esau pushes out there as some luxury food. We speak against that. Okay, we constantly have the scriptures in our head. Okay, and this new song in our head, and that is who Esau now really wants to target. So now they're trying to come up with a way to legally be able to come and kick your door down, which we know this is going to happen. Okay, drag you out and put you in one of these internment camps like that, and think that they can ban the men of Yahweh Shemi Yashai to do their bidding. But we got news for you, Esau, and I'm going to go into some further scripture here to tell you. And all your little doggone weenies, okay, Democrats, okay, these are the same people who are so love America, the great grand America, but they're not even serving their own damn military. A bunch of doggone pot cake, okay, faggots sitting behind a doggone computer, okay, and you pressing a button because you on the poll right there. You don't have a clue of what is coming here to Great Babylon. But I'm going to go into the scripture and give you somewhat of a vivid a view of it based on the scripture, not your damn Hollywood movies. Okay, let's continue on here. This is the book of Psalms. The wicked in his pride. This is the book of Psalms 10 and 2. As it says, the wicked in his pride, though persecute the poor, let them be taken in their devices that they have imagined. Now let's go into this here. See, Yahushua right now have Esau, while Esau is thinking about this, okay, this other crap right over here, while he's thinking about this, okay, and let's go into this is the Twitter thing, and I'm gonna click onto this, all right. While Esau is thinking about this, see, he has to understand that Yahushua also has the Russian right now, the bear has been wakened, okay? And we're going to see just how big and bad the America is going to be, okay? Are they going to respond, okay, to the bear who's right now building up their military, okay? So this ain't, you're not dealing now with no doggone, 110-pound, you know, brown, black people from so-called black people from Mogadishu or Somalia, or people fighting with sticks and stones. Now you are going against a doggone real force. So we're going to see if the big bad America is going to step up when Russia go over there, okay, and invade Ukraine. Now let's go back to this. So now take a look at this. It says 58% of voters would oppose a proposal for federal or state to fine Americans who choose not to get the mandate. Okay, now look at this. So I'm going to read the part there they talk about. So 55% of Democratic voters, okay, these are your Hillary Clintons, these are your Bill Clinton that everybody tries to say that he's a that he must be a so-called black man. Like get the fuck out of here because he can play a trombone. Seriously, you damn niggas are so easy and so quick to call some doggone cracker a doggone Hebrew Israelite or somebody or so-called black man just because he can doggone wriggle and imitate you. Okay. Let's go back to this again. Let's bring it back up, Salakia. Okay, 59% of Democrat voters will favor government policy requiring that citizens remain confined to their homes at all times. So they're not just talking about. So while the target really is really Israelite, this is going to impact everybody and has to. Okay, because we're going to bring it out in Isaiah and Ezra. Okay, how this is going to pan out. 59% of Democrat voters will favor government policy requiring that citizens remain confined in their homes at all times except for emergencies. They refuse the mandate. Okay? And it goes nearly half, 40% of Democratic voters think federal government should be able to fine or imprison individuals who publicly question the efficacy of the existing mandate on social media, televisions, radio, or in online or digital publication. Okay, that means basically what? So all these lessons that we do on YouTube, basically, or Facebook, or whatever platform we're using, or it could be Odyssey, okay, it could be Akium, okay, anything that you're using right now, that we are using right now to put out this truth, which we do speak against the mandate, okay, can now they can now fine you. All your savings gone, your 401k, they'll fine you until you absolutely have another damn thing. Here's the deal. That's why we trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? But the bottom line is this is we don't love this damn world. Either way, we're gonna eat. Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna be gold right here. Not a damn car, not a big fancy house, not a fat bank account. Because an Esau society is going to fall down and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. Now, these little underling devils, okay? Because a lot of them were clicking the damn button doggone on this poll because they're Democratic, okay? Because they're so retarded, okay? The average cracker walking on the damn road is stupid as fuck. And the same thing with these doggone jakes that follow them that think that they're inside the society. Okay? Now let's take a look. Let's go back to this again. Okay? Let's go back to this again. Slovakia. Okay? And it says 45% of Democrats will favor government requiring citizens to temporarily live in designated facilities. In other words, to be locked up in one of those internment camps if you refuse the mandate. Okay, 2/3 of likely voters. Okay, they said they would be against a device tracking it. So that means 33% want you to wear a damn device for social distancing and all the other stuff like that. So this is how far they want to go along with it. So I'm going to keep that up there. Let's go. Let's go back. Let's bring it back up here. Okay. And let's go into the book of Isaiah. See, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai runs how things are going to go in the end. Now, these devils are thinking about that. Okay, and that's why that's a passive aggressive person. Okay, because Esau don't have the balls yet to just come on and say, look here, we just want to go after you damn people. Okay, we want to go after the Hebrew Israelite. We want to, which they have tried, which they have gone and called to try to go after that. Okay, now there's a difference between the fringes, between the t-shirt wearing fringes men, okay, out there who are doing it for filthy lucre, and the real man of Yahweh Shai. You're not going to be able to do a damn thing to the real man of Yahweh Shai. That's a fact, Esau. Okay, let's take a look at what's going to happen when you try to play that game right there. Okay, with that poll. Okay, let's go into the book of Isaiah. Okay, let's go into the book of Isaiah. Let's start off with Isaiah. This is going to be the first one I'm going to start off with. Isaiah 31 and 1. Because if you got a lot of jakes that are still clinging on to this place, okay? Still clinging on to this doggone place. They Democratic, you see them dancing in the street like little damn monkeys, okay? Little orangutans when this old fuddy duddy Biden so-called won, okay, these rigged up crap that these doggone Amalekite down in some cave, they're fucking a little doggone boy. Friggin' they're gonna put these people in, put their spokespeople in the front, okay? But these Jakes, them so stupid and dumb, they think these doggone Edomites give two shits about them. When these Edomites that are in power, don't even give two shits about these underling Edomites, these 9 to 5 Edomites, or these Edomites who think they have a future here, walking around with their head on their head up their ass, not understanding that there's a judgment that's coming for all you damn people from the tribe of Edom. Okay? This is Isaiah 31, and this goes out to you damn 2/3 out there. Okay? 31 and 1. It says, woe to them that go to Egypt, which we know America, Babylon, is known as Egypt. This is a place of slavery, our captivity, we behind enemy's line. Okay? This is a Sodomite nation. Okay? For help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And so you got to understand here, Jake them, they love power like this. Okay? Because America look like invincible because they have a great military and all that stuff like that. You like I brought up before about the projects that are serving in the military. Don't underestimate, okay? Do not underestimate the loyalty of these niggas and nigrists that are serving in this man's doggone military. They will be coming to kick your doggone door down, okay? So they can get that damn doggone retirement money, okay? But it already said, Isaiah already said, woe to them, okay? Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and horsemen because they're very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. And you can talk to any of them niggas in doggone uniform, and all they can think about is their next rank and what they're going to get for retirement. Because why? In the military, you could be a dumb motherfucker, okay, and get a damn good check in retirement. And you see a lot of them walking around with their little doggone cap on their doggone head, because they're so proud that Esau provided for them. Now, what you got to understand about this, continuing on in that Isaiah 31:1, keep that in mind, okay, because they're going down to Egypt. Let's take a look at this here. This is a very interesting poster that says distinguished color man. Now in the middle there's this guy here. His name is Frederick Douglass. Now he is the epitome of what you would consider to be a very successful black man, so-called black man in black history. Okay, and he's always the one that's brought up. But you have to understand about this. See, Esau doesn't understand. See, we already know what is considered. We don't go by color. Because first of all, I've never even seen a black man before. Okay, nor have I ever seen a white man. Okay, so we go by lineage of the tribe, royalty. Frederick Douglass is not a Hebrew Israelite. Let's take a look at who this doggone nigga is, man. All right. See, Frederick Douglass right here. This is Frederick Douglass right here. This is in Wikipedia. Now, if you scroll down here, it says Douglass was of mixed race, which is no such thing, which is likely included Native American and African on his mother's side, as well as European. Now, in contrast, his father was almost certainly white. And who is this being said by? This is doggone Edomite is saying that. So they know Frederick Douglass is a doggone Edomite. But that's the reason why you see this doggone what appears to be, okay, a Negro, in fact, is a doggone Edomite. And that's why all of them on that picture are Edomites. But this particular dude is an Edomite. Okay, so when you go and look through his bio, he's well educated because why? His doggone dad was a damn devil. Plantation. He was a product of doggone rape. And that's what he's been pictured by, and that's what they do with a lot of these historical figures. Let's continue on here, and let's go into let's continue on here. Okay. Now, here's what his father would be. That's his father right there. A Cro-Magnon, okay, a caveman, and a base man that has been wiped clean, taught to wipe his ass by the Hebrew Israelites, us, and given the opportunity to rule this earth for a short period of time by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, let's continue on here. And when you look at it, this is those who go down to Egypt. Now it says Isaiah 31:1 says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and they trust in chariots. Okay, remember Jake them, they trust in all of this stuff right here. Okay, so that's why you see, say, who's making Black History Month. See, these people still calling themselves black. Okay, and you can take a look at it right here. All of these people here in the faces, if you recognize some of them, Magic Johnson, Oprah, and a whole lot of these other people here. Okay, some of them are not even what you would consider to be Israelite. A lot of them are Hamites inside this picture. Okay, but remember, they like to go with the picture black. Okay, here you go again. Listen to black voices. Now, why do they always like to come up with this crap and listen to black voices and all that shit like that? Again, when you going down to Egypt, okay, that's what happens. Now, this man, again, like I said, like I bring it back out here in this scene here, with this mandate here, what is he looking to do? Okay, let's go to the topic here. This really is a war against us. Okay, the men who serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the men of Yahweh Shai, the servants of Yahweh Shai. That's who he really is targeting. Okay, because we will not be part of these people right here. Now you take a look at this crap right here. Listen to so-called black voices. Why are you calling yourself doggone black people? Okay, I don't see any so-called black people inside there. It look like a whole bunch of doggone Edomites. You can sit them. This is just a doggone game. Because why? When your oppression is happening to somebody else, they go and they put on these nice television shows and all these acting shows and act like they're poor, act like they're naked, act like they're homeless, act like they're hungry. Because everything is a doggone game to this doggone man. But let's find out exactly what happens. See, because you're looking to doggone do this imprisonment, take people money from them and take away their doggone children, which is what happened to us before. You took away our children. You hung our people from trees. You separated families several centuries ago. And now you're looked about to do that again. And this is why we've warned you damn 2/3 that this is going to happen again. There it is right there. Passive aggressively, this man is telling you what he's going to do to you doggone stupid, doggone niggas out there. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about the doggone male and female, old and young. And, Your kids too, your baby. Because you men are not even you so-called men and you're like boys, you're not even educating your wife, you're not educating your doggone your son, your daughter, or what the hell is going to happen. You're not doing anything. You simps, man. Being ruled over by doggone wicked ass Eve. Or whatever woman you have in your damn life, you choose not to be a damn real man. Okay? Here's the deal right here. Let's go take a look at this. Because you've been a part of this. Okay? You've been a part of this. Now let's go into the book of Second Ezra. Okay? Because when Esau bring up this doggone imprisonment and taking away the kids, okay, and when he brings this on, okay, and we know a lot of the people that are not part of this are going to be the doggone jakes that hey don't have a job to begin with, sagging and sagging and sagging their pants all day, okay. You've got those who are part of it, and you know what? Esau is not even going to give a doggone crap because they can't verify a damn thing today, anyways. Of that, they got so many forgery cards going around the place, okay. So let's take a look at this here. This is the book of Second Ezra, 15, starting with verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction come and draw it nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another." So this is going to bring that, okay? When you bring this up, okay, this is going to be looked at as a threat by also these Edomites too. And if the rest of these other nations and tribes that are here are paying attention, they will also see that too, because many of them did not follow the mandate, but walking around with a doggone fake card. A lot of these Edomites are, a lot of these doggone Moabites, okay, Ammonites, and all these other Hamites and now walk around with fake. They did not follow the mandate for real. Now they might say there's 61% that is fully mandated, when in reality there's probably more like 31%, because the rest of it is all fake. Okay, they didn't do it. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw it nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Yes, these Edomites are not going to take you taking their kids away from them. Go ahead, Edom. Go ahead, Esau. Try it. "For there shall be seditions among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king or princess, and the cause of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into the city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid." Why are they going to be doggone afraid? Okay. Now, Martin Luther King did one thing for sure. Okay. He did one thing right. And yesterday was this coon's day. Okay. So that tells you right away he was working for Esau that they're gonna make a coon. Anytime you're gonna see them celebrate a so-called Negro. Okay. Like a Negro have this ability to have this power to go stand up in Washington waving his hand, he can have all this mass of people out there. You gotta be, and this is why we have to be thankful so thankful every day that we were waking out of this deep sleep. We all fell for it, man. We learned that crap in doggone school. We really thought a so-called black man had that kind of power that he could just go up to the Lincoln Monument and those places up there and stand up in DC and go, "I have a dream, I have a dream," and and nothing happens in all other cases like that. When you think of the logistics of that, the absurdity of that, then you would know that this man was doggone working for Esau, man. We ain't no damn power like that. Come on. And as soon as he realized that he was being used, they put a bullet in that doggone nigga's head. Okay? Which was great. Halal, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Rakakadash. Okay? Beautiful. That was a beautiful thing that Esau did. Okay? Let's continue on here. Now he did one thing great, okay, is he helped put not only Jake to sleep, but he helped put a lot of these Edomites to doggone sleep too. Okay? Because a lot of these Edomites, whereas they were naturally hating your ass, and Jake's supposed to naturally hate them, they all started to get together and they ruin and the Edomites ruined Jake, turned Jake into homos, okay, turned Jake into drug addicts, alcoholics, okay, the family structure fell apart, okay, and now what you have right now is this mess in 2022 right now called Babylon, an evil queendom, okay. Now, Martin Luther King was prominent in bringing this, which is which is their second address. For there should be sedition among men, and waiting one another, they shall not regard their king nor prince, and the cause of action shall stand their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And how is this tribulation going to be going? This tribulation is going to be going because you're going to have all of these doggone people. rolling up on top of each other. These people are gonna be rolling up on each other, man. Because when you're gonna put out some type of mandate like this, okay, these Edomites are not gonna stand for that. You think they're gonna just roll out their house to go to internment camp? You think Jake them once they started? See, Esau does see these peanut head Edomites, and possibly when I say Edomites, they probably chocolate coated Edomites too, and they're probably doggone Jake's probably voted in that total too. That's why I said Democratic. And a lot of Jakes are Democratic. They probably voted for that too. So let me just bring that out there. A lot of Jakes were probably part of this poll that was voting for these things to happen. Because if you think that you're a part of this, you know, you're prospering here, and you got these Edomites holding hands with you, okay? And you're part of also, this right here. This let's all join hands around the world, Jesus loves everybody type mentality, then you would be voting for that. And so there's no doubt that Jake and those are voted for that, those things too. Now let's go into Ezekiel, okay? Because it's going to be pivotal here, okay? Now, as Jake started to realize that they've been double crossed, that they are not really a part of this, because as Esau is bringing this out, he's not only targeting, he's gonna initially go and target the low level, the shitty Jakes in the ghettos, the poor Jakes, and all the other stuff like that, because he's going to be very hesitant to try to come after the men of Yahushua. He's going to be very hesitant. So he's going to go after all of those, including this mix is going to be a lot of these Edomites. Now remember, Israel is a speckled bird, which means what? Some of these people that look like Edomite, in fact, are Jakes. Some now we already know a lot of Jakes that look like a lot of these Edomites that look like Jakes. Okay, they're Edomites. I just showed you Frederick Douglass. That's a damn Edomite. But yes, at least celebrated as a very high-end, successful, prominent black, so-called black man. That's why you never refer to yourself as the doggone black, and that's why they want you to think of yourself as black. And they don't like the fact that we know our identity right now. I'm bringing out. Not only do we know our identity as the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, but we also know you as the doggone one that he said he hates. Okay? He hates Esau. He loves Jacob. He punishes us. He's going to kill you. And that's just the way it's going to be. Now let's go into Ezekiel 25 and 40. It says, I will lay vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance. Now let's go back and let's take a look at this here, because I want you to really seriously think about that. So as this is going on right here, because people are going to resist heavily against this doggone democratic crap that they want to come up with, because you don't want to be bound down to the mandate. Okay, that's millions, tens of millions of people. So this place is going to turn to a war doggone zone. Okay, now for you stupid doggone Edomites out there, you people who don't understand this, Yahweh Shimei Shai is going to bring us something called shock and awe. See, Esau like to actually bring this out, shock and awe. What is shock and awe? Let's take a look at the table of nations. There's 18 nations, okay? 18 nations. Israel is one of those. Now, Israel is divided, it consists of 12 tribes. Consists of 12 tribes. That's just one nation. Edom is just one nation, and then you have the rest of these other nation right here. So let's think about that. And who would you say is the majority? It would be Israel. Israel is a majority. Okay? That's the reason why Esau been pumping you stupid people head and calling us minority when in fact we are the majority. Okay? And so when you think of your prison system and your bad people, and the reason why we were in captivity for so many times was because we were bad people. We offended our power, Yahweh Shimei Shai. Now, Ezekiel 25 and 14 tell you exactly what Yahweh Shimei Shai is going to do with the shit sting crap people that he don't want, the 2/3, which is a significant number. Now imagine 2/3, let's go back to that, of a nation that consists of 12 tribes. And the rest, and now, because all the rest of y'all are just one tribe, it's going to be a shock and awe, okay? And it's not going to be a fury that's going to be just by people going out there and being mad and looking to steal and rob and grab and pillage. It's going to be by, listen to this very carefully. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom, which is America, okay, and all these other nations, but particularly right here in Babylon, Sodom, Egypt, by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall go in Edom. They shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord, our power. So it's going to be a God-like. It's going to be God. It is going to be a God-like anger. It's going to be Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai's anger, not a man's anger, okay? And they're going to do that anger. It's going to be a shock and awe, and you're going to be outnumbered. All you damn nations that have had fun, okay? You Moabites feeding our people doggone rats. You Edomites that have been kicking our people ass and laughing at us and mocking us, okay? All you Hamites and all you other people that have lived deliciously in this land, you're going to find out 2/3 of Israel is a number that you can't even begin to count. It could very well be about 65% of this population that's here in America. That's the 2/3. That's what you're going to be contending with. The worst of the worst of the worst. And you're going to understand what wickedness is all about. The same way Yahweh Shemashai gave Esau the power to build all of this stuff and to be wicked on us and hang us from trees and murder us, he's going to also put that anger in Israel to go and do and take revenge. And why is that vengeance coming? You really believe that you are going to get away with this, Esau? Hmm? So now you want to put our people in internment camps. Okay? It isn't bad enough, good enough that you turn around and you murder us, rape us, sold us. You took our king and you hung him from a tree. Okay? And then lie about, oh, you nail him to a cross or whatever the case is like that. Lie about it. You hung him, beat him, humiliate him. And this went on to all of his children, all of his people got the exact same treatment through slavery. Did you really think you're going to get away with it? You really think? See, but Esau's got a trick bag. See, this is the reason why you see Esau's been preparing right now. Now, let's go to Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time, because there's going to be great tribulation. Because Esau, in order for him to get this mandate, couldn't go in a Nicaragua going, there's going to have to be a lot of blood spill. He's going to have to spill a lot of blood. He's going to, okay? So let's go in the book of Daniel 12:1 that says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that it shall be found written in the book. Now, it's going to be an innumerable month. Did it say it's going to deliver everybody? No. Remember, 2/3 of Israel were born in Wayne, the garbage. They're going to be used in that innumerable number to go and torch this doggone place and deal with that vengeance that Yahushua is going to be putting inside them, that spirit of vengeance. Okay? As Esau tried to push them into mandate, push them into Eastern internment camp, because once everything is done in this nation, everybody is going to be turning against each other. And Jake them have been doing it and hurting and putting each other to death for decades. So Esau, you've been putting those guns inside there, you and the CIA and the FBI, and all up and stocking up crates of weapons inside the ghettos and the barrios for Jakes them to murder each other. Well, they're gonna be taking those and they're gonna be freaking knocking on going in those suburban communities in the tens of thousands. And these people are gonna understand what fear is all about. And that's how they're gonna know that this is just not some ordinary thing. This is something that's coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's why Ezekiel 25:14 made sure it said it to show you that you would know, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord, our power. So you're going to know that this vengeance is coming from him. Okay? So you see, it says, Psalm 72, let's recap, says, the wicked in his pride don't persecute the poor, let them be taken in their devices that they have imagined. So guess what? You're going to be taking your devices. The same people, the same way you train Jakes to kill each other, they're now going to be proficient at coming after your damn people, at all the rest of you damn people when you have them cornered. Okay? But we know you have a trick up your sleeve. That's the reason why you have these robots and these cyborgs and these specially trained soldiers. Because 99% of the military is fucking racist. I can tell you that from experience. They're racist. Absolute fucking racist. All right? So they're gonna be ready to come on there. But see, you know what? Michael's gonna come true. Those sheriffs are gonna come true. Yahweh is gonna send those angels to gather his elect because he's not gonna gather the ones he don't want, just the elect, his servants, and everybody else is gonna sit down there and get cooked the same way Sodom and Gomorrah got cooked. Okay? Brimstone and fire, and that is going to be the end of your damn crap. So Esau, you can come up with this crap right here, but we already know you're dealing with a passive aggressive threat. And that's what this all that article is a passive aggressive threat to the hopefully elect of Israel. And we are telling you, when you make that move on the servants of Yahushua, you are going to find out what shock and awe looks like. So there's always a balance. You're not gonna win, dude. All right. So check yourself. But we understand that this has to come true. So with that, I'd like to close up by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles from Great Millstone. Few brothers out there that are putting on the truth fearlessly, faithfully, daily, feeding the sheep and warning them and being the watchman that we're supposed to be. Okay, and to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in and heeding Shalom.